welcome here to TalkFCB, and we spoke before the game about a perfect week. We had Bartomeu leaving, we had a good win away at Juventus, we were looking to end the weekend in the best possible way, but on Halloween, it was a nightmare away at Alaves, especially when you look at the goal we conceded. Sadly, we've not been able to come out with all 3 points, which has now made it, unbelievably, 4 La Liga games without a win. For any Barcelona team and any Barcelona coach, that's not good enough. That is not even close to being good enough. Right now, big pressure on Koeman with just 8 points after 6 games. How did it all go wrong? And was it really that bad for Barca? It's all coming up in today's video. Let's get on with it. And before we get on to all the action, guys, once again, this video here is coming to you courtesy of the OneFootball app. If you do want to check that out and download, in the description down below. Although I do want to warn you, if you are going to check out the league table on the app, you might not want to check that right now. Because for me, first of all, when you're looking at this game, it was split into 3 different parts. We're going to talk in a moment about the first half, which I think was absolutely diabolical. I thought in the first half we were absolutely terrible. Honestly, I can't stress that enough, and we are going to be talking about why that was. I thought at the start of the second half, we saw improvement. I think Koeman acted very, very quickly, and I praised him for that, the changes that he did make. But as that half went on, in the middle of the second half, we had another bit of a lull where it didn't really happen for us. And then the end of the game, the last 5 or so minutes plus added time, where we genuinely threw everything at Alaves. We couldn't break through. They made great saves, great blocks. They had luck on their side, but sadly, Barcelona, like I say, did not emerge victorious. Let's discuss all of those parts right now. Because a big part behind that woeful first half performance, I feel, was the starting lineup there that Ronald Koeman chose to elect. When it came out, I thought, you know what, I'll give it a chance, give it an opportunity, maybe he's got a plan here. But you saw the way the first half went and the number of changes he had to make at half-time. Quite clearly, something did not work. And I think it all stems there from that midfield. We saw against Juventus De Jong and Pjanić playing really, really well. We looked a lot more solid, not only going forward, but most importantly, defensively. And I just felt as though Busquets again, it wasn't there. Just like in the Clásico, when we had players running off as counter-attacks happening that we simply couldn't close down. Busquets in that first half simply was not good enough. I was surprised as well to see that right side there, the Dest, once again found himself on the bench at the expense of Sergio Roberto. And sadly for Ousmane Dembélé, it was nothing like his performance against Juventus, and it was much more like what we saw him do against Getafe. Too many balls given away, too sluggish in possession, and that's why at half-time, Koeman was forced into changes. But before all of that took place, there was a number of actions there from the first half that we do have to discuss. Ansu Fati had the big first chance of the game on his birthday, of course, his 18th, and it was a brilliant chance for him. And I think it was one of those where maybe it's come too early in the game. It's just a few minutes there, Longley with a brilliant low pass, one of those long-range passes from Clément Longley. He splits the defence, Ansu Fati one-on-one with the goalkeeper, but he can't score. And it's a really rare miss from Fati. Usually, he's so calm and composed in those areas, but he puts it well wide, and it's a really, really big miss, and it was a shame at that point in the game. And another big moment, of course, in the first half was a Lionel Messi free kick. Alaves defended it very, very interestingly. They basically got back every single player inside their own box, which is also what they did for the majority of the final 15 minutes of the game. But they got everybody back there, packed players on the line, and Messi did the right thing. He just hits it low, hard. He's hoping that it takes some sort of deflection, and somehow it ends up in the back of the net, and it very nearly does. It's blocked on the line. The defender doesn't even know anything about it. It actually comes back out there to Sergio Busquets, but maybe it's come to him too quickly. He doesn't hit it first time. Instead, he chooses to pass the ball on, and there the chance was gone. But of course, it was on the half-hour mark where the game changed for the worst, and it really was a dreadful moment, a horror show on Halloween, because Alaves there had one of their counter-attacks, like I say, with that midfield of Busquets and De Jong. I thought Alaves cut us open far too many times in that first half. They came forward. It was a good run there. We seemed, though, to have the situation under control. Gerard Piqué seems to have everything, under his power there. He's running with the ball. He looks to be shielding it out. He looks to pass it back, though, to Neto, which is the first mistake. Neto then gets it all wrong. He gets it muddled under his feet. He can't really get the ball under control, and before you know it there, he's been robbed in front of his own goal. We have conceded, and I don't really think Piqué nor Neto have covered themselves in glory there. Piqué probably probably shouldn't give it to him in that area, not a great pass to him, but of course Neto, you can't do that. As the goalkeeper, you're the last line of defence. It's a woeful mistake that's ultimately here cost us going behind in a big moment of the game. And the one other thing I would mention there from the first half was a possible penalty kick that maybe could have been given there on Frenkie de Jong, because he's in the area. It's a good ball in from Sergio Roberto. De Jong looking to get the header on target, and at the very last moment he's shoved out the way. His header therefore goes over the bar, he's off balance, he's out of control, and for me that is a foul. If that happens anywhere else on the field there, he's clearly barged over. If that's in a white shirt, you're probably going to see it given. But for Barcelona, it wasn't, even to the dismay of Messi and Piqué, who was arguing with the officials in the tunnel. Barcelona went in at half-time 1-0 down. Ronald Koeman, though, like I say, fair play to him. He didn't waste any time. He made a triple substitution at halftime, and I think that shows you how bad it was in that first half. Francisco Trincao came on for Ousmane Dembele. Pedri there came on for Clement Lenglet, and Pjanić on for Busquets. I don't know there if Lenglet had a problem. He did go down in the first half with a little bit of a back issue. I'm not really sure there whether that's going to be another injury at centre-back, but he went off, and De Jong there slotted in at centre-back. And this is also how the team finished the game, with Martin Braithwaite coming on, I think rather surprisingly, for Ansu Fati, and Jordi Alba making way for Serginho Dest in the final 20 minutes. And like I say, after those changes, Barcelona certainly grew into the game. We had more dominance, and of course we were helped that on the hour mark, Alavés did go down to 10 men. It was a second yellow card for Jota, and from that moment on, we were in the ascendancy. It was a brilliant goal, to be fair. 63 minutes, finally the game came where Antoine Griezmann got off the mark for the season, and like I say, wonderful finish. He pounces on that loose ball, he's in behind the defence, the goalkeeper comes rushing out, and to be fair, for somebody who hasn't scored, it's a wonderful finish. He just dinks it over the goalkeeper, cool, calm as you like, and in that moment, with nearly half an hour to go in the game, you were thinking here, Barcelona, we can do this. We can get this victory. And very nearly we did, because immediately after that moment, in a very similar situation but on the right-hand side, Roberto seizes on a loose ball. He plays in Messi. Messi cuts inside on his left foot, fires one at goal. It's a brilliant shot, but it's saved by Pacheco. And that was a wonderful save there to deny us taking the lead in the game. Also on 70 minutes, Antoine Griezmann did have the ball in the back of the net once again. Trincao playing him in there from the right-hand side, but sadly, that was ruled off for offside, as another goal later on was also ruled out for Lionel Messi. And like I say, then it was all down to the final 10 minutes or so. You saw Gerard Piqué go forward. Braithwaite, of course, came on. Barcelona were putting balls in the box. I think Pjanić, when he came on, the same for Pedri. They were brilliant. Their passing, they certainly caused a lot of problems for Alaves. And why they weren't starting the game, at least Pjanić. I can understand why Pedri had a rest, but Pjanić definitely should have started this game for Barcelona today. There was a chance there for Serginho Dest. Messi cutting one back there, a short free kick, Dest just denied by the goalkeeper. Then there was Pjanić from long range, gets it at his feet there, 30 yards out, hits one on goal, it's swerving everywhere, and again Pacheco makes the save. Gerard Piqué had a header, back post, Messi puts it up there, Piqué has his header cleared off the line. Piqué then has another chance in front of goal, cut back to him, he puts it wide, and Messi then at the death with two late strikes, having a go at goal, going so close, agonisingly close. Alaves in the end throwing everything they had in front of the ball to stop it going in, and it just came down to it in the end that we couldn't do anything. You saw the reaction there of Ronald Koeman in the closing stage of the game. To be fair, he looked like a beaten man. He looked as though he was like, you know what's it going to take to actually get a goal here? But overall, you've got to say, it's just not good enough for Barcelona. As much as we did put the pressure on there in the final stages, you can't be doing this. You cannot be dropping points in this many games as a Barcelona team. No wins in 4 in La Liga. And as you can see here, with Real and Atletico both winning earlier on today, we're a long way behind at such an early stage of the season. Real on 16 points, Atletico already on 14. They've got a game in hand on Real, and Barcelona way down there with just 8 points to our name. Questions are going to be asked of Koeman, rightly so. Questions are also going to be asked, rightly so, of the players. Again, there's not going to be long until they have to react in a Champions League game at home against Dinamo Kiev. We've been very good in the Champions League, and that, of course, is a positive. But in the league, there's so much work to do, and I'm gutted, really, that we couldn't end what has been a fantastic week in the perfect way. But let me know your thoughts, guys. Of course we wanted better, of course we expected more, but what went wrong today? Were we unlucky, or were we poor, or was it a mix of both? Let me know all of those thoughts in the comments down below. I'll be back soon, of course, with plenty more videos to come. Thanks for watching, and thank you for your support. Still, just a reminder, Bartomeu is gone, and even this draw, it won't change that. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and until next time, as always, Visca el Barça!